Hello, check, check. Check, check, hello. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Here's cleaning up. Here's adding the shader editor. And here's making the ultimate shader editor. Okay. So let's go here. 12 days ago. Bam, 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 bam. 12 days ago, where are we at? Making the ultimate shader editor. Okay, this one. I think that one. From shader toy to the... Okay. Playground. Shorts how-to. That's not it. Okay, this one is. This might be the way to go here, just clicking on these boxes. Play games on itch. Space Trader, Shader Playground. I might have worked on it a little bit on there. It was 3.5 hours, so probably, huh? Updating, fixing. I didn't do anything there. Playing some games, ideas about C++ code generation from the Vertex shader. Okay, that's part of it. That's part of it. This is just me at my attempt at trying to make shorts. Uniform sampler 2D. That okay. Adding noise. Ultimate Shader Playground additions, and then I did some geometry shader. Okay, so add to playlist, and then we go new playlist, and we're just gonna go Ultimate Shader Playground development. Coding. Ultimate Shader Playground coding. Live coding. Can we create it without a description? Go. Okay. Save that. Okay. So now if we look at the playlists, we've got 18 in there. Alright, cool. Videos. Okay. Okay, so that works. YouTube playlist for Shader Playground. Okay. So let's see about doing this. So let's make a new version, because I'll probably break stuff. I say that every time, but it's true every time. Okay, we could do that. I'm just sitting here thinking, so how would this work then? Let's try this. Let's try this. Oh, I see. Okay, hold on. How quickly we forget. Let's just go like that. So this one I can just go like that. If F. If F. Excuse me. Let's move this stuff to the top. I like how these are in just some nice functions. Those are really nice. I should put all these in other functions as well, but let's just put these at the top. Right there. I'm just doing some reorganizing here. So geometry, tessellation, fill, and all that. So here, yeah. So that shows the vertex shader. You can choose to show these, yeah. Then this should be at least a minimum of to about right here when it starts. Unless we move these down below. Like geometry and fragment shader, just move them down one more. So to move them down one more, we just go like this. Because I don't want it to start any bigger than that. There we go. So we got them all right here. It'd be nice to have a little border around that so it's a little bit more obvious that those are checkboxes. It'd be nice to have borders around these as well. Or have different colors for them. See if ChatGPT is responding. If I have a small collection of GUI fields, can I surround them with a thin border? Columns and separator functions. In this example, the separator function is used to draw thin horizontal lines, creating borders above and below the collection of GUI fields. The columns function is used to arrange the fields into two columns. Adjust the number of columns and fields as needed for your specific layout. Separator. Oh, well, let's try that. I don't know. So we want it. Set window size, shader code. Okay, so separator here. Let's just put it there. Do we want another one? After all that and before the shaders, we'll just put a separator right there. So we just put in two separators. What does that do? Yeah, those are really thin lines. Oh, it just goes the whole length of whatever. Okay. That's kind of cool, but let's see, what's the minimum? Okay, that works. So I just, maybe the background of these. I think I just want to change one of the colors. Or maybe I just want to change the color layout of this in general. Otherwise it works just fine. That's cool. You know, given that, it would be really nice then to see this snappable out to there and down to here. Excuse me. Current size, boom. Oh, well, it'd probably be better. Let's just. How much room? Max window. We could probably do this. Let's do this. Oh, because it's first. Because it's first, I wondered, okay, so... So if they're both true... Let's see... I think I only have to do that for that one because it's first. Just to make them mutually exclusive. Okay, that's better. That's better. I don't like the visibility of that, so let's see. Oh, that's fine. I don't mind changing the color of all of them. So push style color, GUI text. You just push a color, call the checkbox, reset the text color to default. Oh, I see. Okay. Interesting, yeah. So push style color, GUI column text. But with stuff behind it, it's harder to see. I gotcha. Okay, so let's just try what it says here. Push style color. What if we did blue? Push style color. So before show GUI, push style var right here. And let's go, instead of green, let's go bright blue. Do we have to pop style var down here? Pop style var, okay, so inside of that, do we have to, wait, where did I go too far? Ah, you went too far. So push style var, push style color, so down at the bottom. So these are still the same darkness. Okay. But so that's the text color. All right. Wait. GUI call. Underscore. Border shadow button active check mark. Child background counter. Oh. So GUI call, I'm GUI COL. Oh, I see that border there. So it's not border. So I don't know what one it is. It's pretty clear ChatGPT doesn't. Okay. Color edit flags. Border shadow. Button active, button hovered. Check mark. Child background. It might be that, but I don't think so. I wonder if we could just do this. And then do we have... Alright, I'm not going to worry about it for now, I guess. Is there another way, like... You can draw a rectangle around the checkbox to simulate a border. That would be okay, I guess. Begin checkbox example. Draw list, window, draw list, get cursor position. What was that other one? Columns? Hold on. Columns, columns, columns. End the columns. So columns, my collection. Next column. I am GUI columns, huh? And then next column. So you have to start a new column, move to the next column, and then end the columns. I mean, I guess we could try that. New frame, current size, get window size. So in this example, this column, separator then the column. Okay, so separator then the column. And then as we're going through checkbox, geometry, okay, so same line, but do we want to do next column? Move to the next column. Geometry, so let's do 3 columns. Columns 3. Checkbox, same line, next column. End the columns. Columns 1. I don't see any indicator that... So the columns doesn't put a line or anything around it. Okay. Well, there is another thing I'm thinking of here to try, so hold on just a second. Let's get that out of there. Oops. So what we have so far, and I think there's a bizarre way to do this. So what I could do, is put in a Columns might work down here to line things up a little bit, but that's not really a big concern. So I am GUI. What was it? Set, color, style, or push color, style. Underscore. Let's say this particular one. Go to definition. So it's an imgui.h, and it's right here. It's an enum, and it starts with color text. Background of checkbox, radio button, plot, slider, text input. Frame BG. Oh, okay. There we go. Oh. Where did it put that? Hold on. Oh, it's a vec4 right here. There we go. So let's parentheses, what? And we're getting a squiggly, I'm not sure why. But let's go back up here, push style var. What's this? Oh. There. Okay. Those are a little bit more obvious. Okay. So it was what, dark blue before? So what's the default color for that? Does that look alright? When I hover. When I hover, there's another. Hold on. This one, I don't really care that much about this one, but it's just. Active and hovered. Okay. So let's Put this one at 4. So do I need to do... Well, those are more visible. Okay, I would consider that pretty much done. GL fill boolean to save file. Okay, we can do that too. Just a moment, I'll be right back.
Masterlift 0, trippy.
Okay. Trippy. Who said that? Who said that? Master Lith, what's up? Oh, sorry, I was just rolling out pasta, and then there was a minor tumble of things. Oh, yeah, I haven't worked on this in a while. How you doing? I haven't even looked at this in a while because I've been so distracted by the shader.
Pasta sounds good.
Yeah, I put in some of that Mrs. Dash garlic and herb, and then a couple of eggs and a little bit of water and oil, and then just kind of mixed it all up. It's like Play-Doh. All right. Oh yeah, I remember that now. And this. Whoa.
Zero. Whereabouts are you from?
Oh, where am I from? I am on the Washington coast in the United States. So you're thinking Seattle, Olympia, and all the way to the coast. I'm literally a half a block from the ocean. So I was just thinking about walking down to the beach here, but
Masterlet 0.
it's about sunset time because sunset comes so early these days. Okay, so I remember all this now. That's cool. And the trading thing that I didn't... Oh, yeah, I get the spiral in there right now because I was just fooling around with stuff. Okay. Okay, and then this thing needs some serious work here. This crafting interface, blah, blah, blah. Let's go collect some more stuff here.
Masterlet 0. I think my wife did some nurse volunteering out there at some point.
Your what? My wife did some nurse volunteer. Oh, really? Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so let's take a look at, just make sure. Oh, there's the energy collector.
Masterlet 0. Yeah, I'm over in Seattle, near Northgate.
Oh, really cool. That's pretty close. Yeah. Yeah, I'm all the way on the coast. Google Maps. Here's Ocean Shores, right on the water. And then Olympia's this way. That way there. There's where I'm from, Aberdeen, and I just moved out here, but I know. I don't care about doxing. People can come get me. I don't care what they can do. But here's Olympia, and then just go all the way. You might even be familiar with this drive because it's such a beautiful drive. Most people come down. We get a lot of visitors every year in Ocean Shores because of this jetty and then this Damon Point Park down here, which is really cool. You can see on here where the road, this is where the road used to go, right through here, I guess, somewhere. And then it got ripped out. So like between here and here, there's no road. And this used to be the site of a SS Katala. You can read about it on some of the spots there. But yeah, I always talk about visiting this place and then visiting the jetty down here too while you're down here, because the jetty is so cool. Like, this is where the waves come up. This is the rocks that goes out into the beach. I've never actually lived outside of Washington. I have not either. I've always been a Washingtonian. Yeah. Visited Canada a couple times, visited Oregon, and that's as far as I have been. Homebodies, aren't we? Let's see, what happened to my music?
Masterlet 0. Nice. Masterlet 0. Exactly.
And I've never flown anywhere. Is this ready to load? It's not ready to load. It'll load quicker because I divided it up. Hold on. Is it? It's thinking about it. Ugh. I should go pick up my laundry downstairs too.
Mostly because of my wife.
There we go. Open that up. And we have music again. Ah, okay, cool.
Masterlet 0. She took me to the East Coast and Minnesota. Masterlet 0. And Hawaii.
She took me to the East Coast and Minnesota and Hawaii. Whoa. That's cool. So let's get some Stardust going here. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to work on, should I work on it? On this space trader thinger? I gotta go pick up my laundry downstairs. I live in a condo.
Zero. Outside of that it was to Idaho for skiing.
So there's the mini map there. So that still works. That's cool. Oh, yeah. So I've been working on the, I've been entirely distracted by this I'll show you this one, this shader playground. It's kind of like shadertoy.com, only it's the whole pipeline. So you can work, and it's actually, because ShaderToy uses some different variable names for the input variables to the shader and stuff like that. But this is literally the shaders that I use to render this stuff. So you get the vertex shader. You can specify up here geometry shader, tessellation shaders. This is a setting that I put in the beginning of many settings from OpenGL that I'm going to put in. But let's see, where's one, the test one. This one uses the vertex shader, the tessellation control and evaluation shader, and the geometry shader, and the fragment shader. Most of it's passed through and just showing the absolute basics of tessellation, because really all it is 3 points, and in the middle stuff here is the tessellation, and I don't think the geometry shader does anything. This is a pass-through geometry shader, and it's just a tool designed to help you learn the shader code, and it's also a tool designed to help you write your shader code in real time and then edit it and then import it right into your program as you work. Haven't done much with shaders. Yeah. Well, it's kind of interesting. So like if I mess with a tessellation shader, and if I go up to like say 32 on all these different levels, I can update it in real time. And let's say I want to put the rest of these down to level 12. Put everything down to level 12. So like if I put this at level 2, 4, 6, and 8, you can kind of see, oh weird, that's cool. I didn't know that would do that. That's interesting. 8, 6, 4, and 2. What does that do? Oh, weird. So you can do all kind of weird stuff. Tessellation is interesting. And we can change the color here, so I could go red, green, blue. So we'll make everything blue. Just to kind of show you how shaders work and stuff, you know, you can play around with stuff. That makes purple, I guess. You could call it purple. And these are the vertices here. They're hard-coded into the geometry shader, or the vertex shader. And because OpenGL is drawing all 3 of them, it reads all 3 of them and passes them through. So I could move like the X coordinate on one of them, and then it'll be, or the Y, that's the Y coordinate. And it's negative, so I made it greater negative, so I moved it down. So like 2, 5 there. Negative 2, 5. Whoa. Move it way over. And then this one, 0.5. Move that one up. Cool. This inner level, no inner tessellation. Oh. So are there other levels of inner tessellation, like 1 and 2? Or will this break it? I don't even know. No. Is there an error? Yeah. Area index out of bounds. Okay. So you can't do this with the inner tessellation. I don't really know. I don't know much about the tessellation other than it looks like spider webs. Looks like spider webs. The main one appears to be this top one, this inner tessellation level. And the other ones look like they control outer level. Interesting. That was really cool though. What was it, 8642, or was it the other way around? 2468.
Master Lit 0, is the tessellation just how it breaks up the shape?
I think what it is this is one line and it segments it. So I think, see, if you look at this 4, so this is broken up into 4 pieces. And this one is 6. So this side is broken up into 6 pieces. And this one is 8, so it's broken up into 8 pieces. Now as for this inner tessellation level, I think there's something, like if I set that to 12, you got me. There's some kind of a thing that runs, like set it to 12, right? So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So maybe it has to do with how many segments are here. Or wait, all the way down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Might have to do with this whole segment here, which is very interesting. That's crazy. Might be easier to see if we set it to like 5. Okay. So it's not a straight line there. And it's just weird. Weird. Isn't that wild? I don't pretend to understand it, but that's partially why I created this tool, was so that I could fiddle around with it and understand it by messing with it and working with it. And then you got the evaluation shader, which tessellation, that inner tessellation part, happens in 2 different shaders. So there's like a control shader and then there's evaluation shader, and I don't understand either one of them. Is a power of 2 more predictable? That might be the case. It looks like, actually it might even just be an even number. Like if I put 6 in there. Because you notice there's a straight line all the way through. But if it's an odd number, it always has a hit here and then it goes off one way or another. Of course, I wonder if they're all odd. If they're all odd, what does it do? It doesn't look like there's a pattern to it, but there is, I guess. 3, 5, and then 9, and then 7 in the middle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think to go from one point to the next, there's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty wild stuff. And I made this so that I could increase the size of the window so I could see what I'm doing in the shaders if I want. And then I can choose which shader I want to display. If I only want the geometry shader to show or none of them to show. There's the vertex shader. There's the fragment shader. There's the tessellation evaluation shader, which this one looks like it's a bunch of transforms. The barycentric coordinates of the current vertex within the tessellated triangle. And then the position is sent out from there. That's crazy. Tessellate the edges of the triangle. See? So if we set everything to 1, then I update. There's 2. Oh, but it's over here. And it has to do with the winding order as well, so I could change that based on the order that I specify the vertices in. One thing that they use tessellation for, which I hadn't looked into, but I know that they do, is that you lay out your terrain, and then you use the tessellation to automatically add detail without... because this automatically adds geometry to the scene in between the triangle spaces, so that's kind of... And this just sends out a position. What I had always thought of before with the geometry shader, because the geometry shader, I thought that came before tessellation, but it comes after, which doesn't make sense to me. But I'm just learning this stuff. It would make sense to me for it to come before the tessellation, because then you can do whatever you want with the geometry shader, and then add your tessellation, which is more detail, and then go on to the fragment shader, but I don't know. But yeah, this is based on the, you know, have you ever seen the shader toy where you can work with the stuff and just, you can look at somebody's code. Like this guy has a really good demo online. See this YouTube video? It's the only YouTube video that he put out on his channel.
Have you ever?
And it's really good. And it's got 681,000 views. I've seen it 3 times.
Looked at a breathtaking digital art piece and deeply wondered how they created that? There are many different approaches to digital art, but shaders might be one of the most powerful and versatile when it comes to creative coding. Shaders are like the paintbrushes of the digital age. They allow you to turn a blank screen into a stunning animation in real time, and they're responsible for the stunning visuals in some of your favorite video games and movies. They can be used by creative developers in order to make 2D and 3D renderings exclusively using code, their imagination being the only limit. Shader art coding is all about using mathematical functions and algorithms to manipulate pixels and create incredible visual effects. It's a unique fusion of art and science, where creativity and precision collide to produce something truly mesmerizing.
And then he goes on and he teaches you how to use this shader toy. This is his code right here, which is really simple for creating this. He does step by step creating this on screen. And I put that into my program here, but it's on a different save or whatever. It's on the default. See, it's this one. Originally, I was not going to create the Ultimate Shader Playground, But what I was going to do was give the user the ability to put in fragment shader functions, which is next. That's the next step. And then I just ended up with a simple fragment shader editor. Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen that as well. His YouTube. Actually, I learned the shader stuff from. Let's see, where's his? From Art of Code, Martin Steinrücken. He has a Patreon, and he's also he hasn't done anything for a while, but he's got some really good intro code or intro videos. Like he'll walk you through it step by step, and it's pretty much amazing. See, shader toy for absolute beginners, making a rectangle, building stuff with circles, domain distortion. There's another website that plots functions that's really helpful that he uses. And then he just goes into all the, it's crazy. This one on polar coordinates is really good. They're all really good, but this is how, when I watched his videos, I can't remember which one it was that I watched, but it was like one of these, and then the Starfield. See, this is where I got my title screen. I actually contacted him to see if I could use the code, and he's like, sure. He goes, you can use the code. When you start to make more than 10,000 on a project, let me know, and then we'll start to split it. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I can use like any of his code in my code, and he doesn't care until I make over 10,000, which is really cool. But yeah, so.
This is another person I like. Link to YouTube.
Let me see if I can copy that. That'd be better. Run it in here.
Alright. So.
See what we got.
Math and cats. Enough said, right? Sure, go first sight. So, just kidding. Freya is an independent game developer and educator, and today she's going to talk about a topic that to some is the stuff of nightmares and to others.
They did a thing on splines. Oh, okay, yeah. Cool. Whoops. Here, let me end this.
Masterlet Zero. Really cool.
Let me look at what else can I right click. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah. Why can't you multiply vectors? Well, you can, but... Nice. Very cool.
There's like myself is perhaps a little bit more the stuff of dreams and all the squiggly lines in between. So in her talk, she's going to hopefully inspire you all to consider the math underlying our games a little bit more magical.
Thank you. We made a feeble attempt at multiplying vectors, and we seem to have reached an impasse. Can you illuminate us? The divine being contemplates for a second, and says, I see. A tricky conundrum indeed, but fear not. The answers you seek are closer than you think.
Oh, the dot product, yeah.
Don't worry. You are safe now, my child. I bestow upon you a key to understanding. Venture forth the inverse of the radius, and that's curvature. So a curvature of 0 is a straight line. A curvature of 1 turns in one direction. A curvature of -1 turns in the other direction. Anyway, it's a useful concept. And so if we it's kind of more like reframing things you already knew. Like if you looked up how quaternions worked or how complex numbers worked, they would just be separate systems kind of, but now they're kind of unified in a way that makes more sense. Like for example, one thing that like, I think a lot of people, if you want to implement quaternions, most people, even engine developers, probably just like copy some code, paste it into their engine, and then call it a day, and now you have quaternion for rotations, right? But one thing that I learned after like reading up on how they actually work is like you can learn all sorts of like tricks with them. So for example, I had a use
Master
case
Lip
of
Zero. Long story short, if you use a Clifford algebra, you understand the origin of the quaternions, dot products, etc.
Yeah, I went all the way up through calculus and differential equations and statistics in college a long
wanted to like
time ago.
interpolate
And I was a
and
tutor. I used to
what is this
teach
use?
math.
I wanted to interpolate an orientation along a spline, and then I wanted to add a feature of reversing that spline. So this should turn 180 degrees in order to reverse that whole spline. And when I did the math for that, like, did you know that like reversing a quaternion is a swizzle? You just shuffle the components. You can just, and in any of these three axes or the world space axes, it's literally just shuffling the components. It's
You can do that in the shader stuff too, which is cool. So like, see where were we at? Vertex. So in position, if I take the position that comes in, I don't know if it'll do anything really. If I go dot ZYX, I don't think it really changed anything. XYZ. Oh wait, no, that created an error. So let's go ZX. No, it probably is creating an error. Hold on. Yeah. Swizzle mask element not present. Oops. So the in position is just a vector 2. Oh, I see. So we could swap the y and the x. But does that create an error? Nope, that did work, but it put everything right there anyways. It's better to swizzle in the fragment shader. Let's see if I could actually show an example of it with the stuff that's going on. Yin Yang, let's see where that's at. Play with that, Yin Yang, okay, return color dot .brg. Did that do anything? No? Red, green, blue. GRB. Oh, it's because they're all the same. So I could actually return RRR. RDRR. Well, anyways, you can do that really easily in here. But let's see, what about if I did it on this one? Is that's not K, that's A. Excuse me, return hash 32. So A is this one? Here, we could do it for the whole screen. We can go green, red, blue. And it just changes some of the colors. You can do it in real time. So the green component that's anywhere will be the black or white. Make everything black and white based on how much green or red. So we could go red instead of red, green, blue. We can go blue, green, red, and swap the red and blue, which you really don't notice because it's all kind of random. But but yeah, that's really cool.
Free operation in terms of like computational power. You don't have to do a full like 180-degree angle axis multiplication, right? And stuff like that is like all of these little like mathematical tricks that kind of pop out. But if you don't really care that much about that, you don't have to learn all of this. It's just a useful framework to me, at least. And also, if you want to make a game in any other dimension than 2D or 3D, this is also very useful. Then you really need this. All right, any other questions? People are really hungry. I'm sorry I kept you all this long.
I was just wondering, do you still plan to GUI, like your tools on other engines too, like on Unreal Engine, for example, your spline upcoming tool?
I've considered it, like obviously with all of the Unity disaster. I've considered it, and I
3
looked
weeks
into
ago.
Godot and I looked into Unreal, but they're very different tools. Like Unreal is like it's a level designer and level artist tool that turned into a game engine, and Godot is like it's just engineers making an engine for engineers, and it's very engineer. And I feel it's not very artist focused. And then
Artist
anytime I try to
focused.
do something that I do in Unity of like making like quick editor scripts and just like have that really fast iteration, that is just destroyed in Unreal. In Godot, I think it's a bit more balanced because they have like a more like easy to use like scripting language and whatnot. But I don't
Interesting.
know. Like if I make like 70% of my income is from selling plugins in Unity. And so like, could I really support that in Godot, which is like very like open source, free software driven? And I'm like, I don't know. I think that community is not like quite like big enough yet to like support something like the tools that I do. And so like, if anything, I might like transition to doing like standalone tools, just separate EXEs that you open, rather than like tying it to any specific engine. Or I'm just gonna go back to making games again, because yeah, I kind of.
Cool. Okay, I gotta go grab my laundry. I'll be right back.
Sterling 0, gotta go dinner, adios for now.
Okay, we're back. Oops. Take it easy, man. I just went and got my laundry. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Should we update this one, I think? Yeah, that's what we should do. So let's take this version. Let's update the itch here before too late. Do I have? Okay, I deleted it. All right. Okay, I'm not sure that I want to stream for much longer. I don't know. Thanks for tuning in and watching, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe on the YouTubes.